What's up? What's up, man? What's new with you?
Nothing much. I'm tired. I'm super tired.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. Damn.
You tired of these betting losses? Like what
No, I haven't been betting lately. I'm just over sports.
You're over sports. This is a sports podcast.
But I love sports, and I think that's the thing about it. It's like
you're too inundated with it.
Yeah, man.
It's like you need some time off.
It's like Jesus Christ, dude. It's like newsletter here. This person said this. I don't know, dude. It's fun though. I love it. I just want football season to start. I guess that's what I'm anxious for, especially fantasy. That's really what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, I'm ready for fantasy football too.
Yeah, man.
Life's not going to be good.
Okay.
That was a threat.
No. I'm sure it was, but I mean, I didn't take it that way. I'm just like, all right, I guess so. It's over, man. This year I'm winning, man.
I almost want you to win more than I want to win another one.
Oh man,
I think I would still be hungry if I hadn't already won 3.
I'm gonna be obnoxious.
Yes, please.
Oh my god.
So as you guys can tell, Winston and I coordinated outfits today.
Yeah, man. Print.
He showed up and I was like, oh, I got an outfit that looks kind of like that. Fantasy Funhouse, where we have fun. Speaking of having fun
in the world.
Speaking of having fun, do you think that Caleb Williams will have fun being on Hard Knocks? Can you imagine what life is like for you as a man if you're on HBO and you're not even an actor?
Well, it's just more like you got all the lights on you now. Like, you can make so much money. You can make little cameos and stuff. Like, it's wild.
He's been about that life, though.
Yeah, so I don't know, in Chicago, like, Chicago's a little bit more of a hard-nosed type city, so.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think that kind of swag works in, like, California, Florida, maybe even Texas.
Well, did Michael Jordan have a problem with swag in Chicago?
Not swag, but he was amazing.
Yeah, well, Caleb Williams.
He has a lot of swag. We just don't know if he can, like...
We don't know what percentage of amazing he'll be yet.
Yeah, like... That's what we're waiting on.
But at the same time, wouldn't you think in a major city like Chicago, if you are the quarterback of a historical NFL franchise, that the clout of that would be bigger than even a Michael Jordan?
You would think he would get grace.
At least in that city.
Yeah. I don't know in that city if they'll give him grace, though, just because of how they've always been with their quarterbacks.
Well, as long as he's as good as his ceiling appears to be.
Yeah, for sure. No, for sure.
But who knows what that is?
Yeah, but I mean, you pretty much got the best receiving core in the NFL.
I know, and they're going to talk about it on Hard Knocks. All those guys are going to be on HBO.
Yeah, man, that's going to be interesting.
Y'all wait for the Chicago strip clubs this fall. It's going to be wild.
I'm not going to say it. I'm going to wait till preseason. I swear to God.
Say it!
No, I'm not going to say it.
Peer pressure. It
just looks, you ever, like, we talk about it a lot, stories.
Does it look rigged?
I'm not going to say rigged, but what I'm saying is that, tinfoil hat. It just appears to be whenever you see, like, Hard Knocks team or documentary teams or teams with, again, stories, they seem to make it a little bit further.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's some buzz around this team.
Yeah.
And
it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, a lot of eyes.
Speaking of a lot of money, Minnesota Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson just signed an extension for $140 million. JJ McCarthy, Minnesota. I think he got paid a lot of money. I think he's clearly one of the best 2 or 3 wide receivers in the league. And I also think that having a great first option for a rookie quarterback could be a good thing.
Okay, I can see how
he's gonna need some double coverage, right? Mm. And so that makes the other passes easier. And you can kind of know that you can, at the end of the day, you have an elite wide receiver running a route that's probably going to catch a contested ball.
You do.
I mean,
you do. It's just, I always hate to be contrarian, but I mean, I just want to see. I want to see why some people make that type of money. Sometimes, because you get what I'm saying. Like it's almost like if you Matthew Stafford, perfect example. Yeah. Lions gave him 500 M's, or like something like 400 M's or something like that. Did he get us there? No. Was it worth it? No. We lost two of the best. We lost Megatron and Ndamukong Suh because of Stafford. So, yeah, man. Sometimes is the money, worth it in the sense of like cap space, in the sense of like what you could have got more for somebody else or anything like that.
Yeah, because there is a way that, and with a quarterback, they're more all involved with the offense, right? Mm-hmm. Versus when you start getting to like specialty players, it's like you still need a percentage of the field to be manned by really competent people at their position. And if you pay a specialty player that's not necessarily your quarterback a ton of money, or even if you do pay your quarterback a ton of money, you got to make up the difference somewhere.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You gotta make up the difference somewhere. So,
but I also kind of wonder, it's like there's also the market value of the position
itself
from a player standpoint, because I'm sure that the teams would like to save money if they could.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's no different than like when Dez Bryant got that 75. So it's no different. You know what I mean? But right after that, he injured himself. So.
But the same way that we say Caleb Williams has maybe the best wide receiver room, I mean, do you think any of those wide receivers are as good
loaded.
They look loaded. Do you think any of them are as good as Justin Jefferson, though? Individually?
Can I get one more season straight up with new quarterbacks and come back to that? Because I think that's telling. 2 rookies, 2 great receivers.
Ooh, yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Except I don't think J.J. McCarthy's anywhere near as good as Caleb Williams.
And that's not fair to a certain degree too. So it's like, really, but
it is what it is.
Yeah, man. I think if you look at it, it's like when Deshaun Watson had Hobbs. So if I got Hopkins, I'm just throwing fly routes, post routes. Like, yo, go get it.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's all day, man. Yeah, you get a quarterback like Caleb Williams, we're about to see a lot of post routes.
Well, I tell you, Winston, before the pod, Winston was telling me that I should play fantasy football. He thought that I would be, I think the quote was godlike on the field.
Flag football.
Dominant. And I could see why because I just go out for the post.
Hey, man, look,
someone's eventually going to get tired trying to cover me.
Well, not even just that, but you see that a lot. Like, a lot of people don't respect the fly routes or the post routes. So, yeah, man, you may catch a corner off his game, especially if you like try to like get the jam at the 5 yards. Yeah, man, I loved flag football. It was fun for a while.
I remember, man, you were really into it.
Yeah, it was lit, man. It was fun. It really was. It was fun. It's you gotta like as a man, you just gotta like just
show up.
Like, just get your stuff off. So it was fun. It was some weekend warrior type stuff to do.
Yeah,
so.
My boy over here with the jersey on. Y'all look out. I mean, it's not 4 for $140 million, but
no, not at all.
People still turn their head when you walk into the club when you got a jersey on.
It's more like 2 Gatorades and a bag of chips. Like, that's what I got paid.
Come on. All right. Well, very hotly contested topic today.
All right.
It will dictate the future of women's sports altogether. Just joking. It's WNBA talk. Is Caitlin Clark? What do you think about her? This recent foul, this flagrant foul from C. Dot. Damn it! I don't. Carter.
I see green. I see nothing but jealousy. I see nothing but envy. I see nothing but bullying. I see nothing but people cutting off their nose to spite their face.
Ooh, what does that phrase mean?
Basically, it's like you're killing a good opportunity because maybe you didn't get it.
Ooh.
I mean, I hate to say, like, yes, the powers that be can push whatever they want, right? And we can make the argument that maybe because of her skin tone, that's what they're pushing. But I don't think she wanted this. Like, I just played great basketball. You know? Like, it's just weird, man. It's just kind of weird. I don't know.
It's kind of like...
We got a compilation going. You know what I'm saying? So, obviously, this isn't like a one-off, you know?
Hey, man. I just want to say that I remember when... Who was it? Ricky Davis and Carlos Boozer were interviewed before they drafted LeBron and saying, like, he's going to join our wave.
I remember that.
And it's just kind of like, I mean, the hate's always there for someone who got a lot of money without having to do much for it yet. Now, I'm not saying she's not a transcendent like player or that she won't earn that title throughout her career, but at this point, you're a rookie. Like, hold my jock strap, rookie. Oh, maybe I can't say that when we're talking about WNBA. But, I mean, that's what they say.
I get it. Again, man, it's not our own team. It's other players. It's weird.
No, well, okay.
It's weird. And that's all I'm going to say. Like, I mean, that's all I can say. I'm not going to say that they're doing it on purpose. It looks away when there's a couple occasions where I can make a compilation and maybe show some weirdness. Now, there are some people that say she flops. All right, cool. Let's go with it, right? Then it looks even worse because the person fouling is doing it out of anger now. You know? So, you can't win it. So I appreciate the girl saying no comment. Because it was like, how are you going to defend this? How are you going to defend this right now? No comment.
Well, it's Sinead, I think. Mm-hmm. Carter, didn't she say that all she does is shoot three-pointers?
Yes. And let's put two and two together. She said that, now she says this. What does it look like to you?
If you're hating, you just need some.
It's hate.
Hey, that's all I can say.
It's hate.
That's what I heard one time, and every time it's true.
It's real. Hate is real. But it's just interesting just because the WNBA is in a great space, and to get negative news like this circulating, not good.
I think it's how we talk about the men's sports, though.
But it's more positive, and not to say the women aren't either, but it's more entertaining and positive stories to follow than somebody beating up somebody necessarily to a degree. Yes, we get that men do it, but I'm not saying because they're women they shouldn't do it. It's a clear flagrant.
Yeah, they call it
clearly, you know. So it's like we call it out in men's. We say it. It's clear. It's obvious. Like there is no, you know what I mean. So I don't know, dog.
It's more problematic. I think that her teammates aren't stepping up.
That's something you don't know, and some people just don't want to deal with that. You know what I mean? And some people may be on their last leg at their job. You know?
Hey man, it's like that. It's like that clip I sent you from The Town, Ben Affleck and Jeremy Renner, and I wonder if he's related to Britney. Oh man, we made it like 4 episodes without her being mentioned.
I know, man. Found a way to insert her.
Stays on the mind somehow. Anyway, when he says like, "We're gonna go somewhere, I can't tell you anything about it. We're gonna hurt some people, and do you want to do it?" And he's like, "Whose car are we gonna take?"
Yeah, whose car are we taking?
You need a teammate like that.
You do. But I think at the same time, you remember I talked about it before. I said that I enjoy the just getting in each other's face like, man, you ain't gonna do nothing though. You ain't gonna do nothing to my teammate. But you know, when we start getting handsy, you know,
well, hip checking someone.
I mean, you can still, if I put it like this, if it's not an undercut, hands don't need to be thrown.
Yeah, undercut.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? That's dangerous. So like everything else is kind of like, okay, you bumped me. Oh, okay.
If you undercut me and I got high enough, which is probably unlikely, you better hope I don't land on my head.
Yeah.
Because
no,
it's up.
Yeah, it's up. It's up right then. I completely agree with you. So that's why I say it's just like, hey, talk, yell, say whatever, be disrespectful, get in each other's face. I'm with it. But yeah, once you get handsy, man. And especially when you do it multiple times, and not to say even she did it multiple times, just the fact that it's happened multiple times. Like we get it. We get it, y'all. You know? Like, all right, you made your point.
But don't you think it's fun, like, if you don't like someone, to be able to dominate them in sports?
Yes, I agree with you.
So it's like
it just looks interesting in the way it's orchestrated. Like, remember when Sean Payton had, like, what was it, the hit out on the players and stuff like that? Yeah, no, that's wrong. You should not do that, Sean.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, like, Sean, you should not do that. That is terrible. You should not be putting a hit out on players' lives and careers. No, sir. So, yeah, if it looks orchestrated, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's bad.
Man.
I'm down for player on player hate, but, like, it can't be, and please don't quote me, it can't be 20v1. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I know. Did you just compare Drake to Caitlin Clark?
No, I did not.
Because that's what went through my head, and I was like, I think you like Caitlin Clark more than that.
Oh my god! I just
she's been getting her own slaps.
But I, you know what the crazy part is though? I want her to play through it.
Yeah, that's the only way.
You know what I'm saying? Like
it's part of the hero.
You know what I hate to say? It's like you weren't a LeBron-esque player to where you wouldn't maybe see that. So I understand it comes with the territory, but also you got to play through it.
You got to. I mean, she's gonna.
Yeah, you got to. You got to play through
it. The fever, really bad.
0-3 in their first starts. Like you can't start out like that.
I think they've only won 2 games.
Yeah,
but someone had said that they had played like 11 games in 20 days or something like that, and like the Los Angeles Aces have only played 6. So I think that the back half of their season is lighter in terms of how many games they'll be playing.
And again, I think that's maybe when we'll see her shine more. Because again, there's lower games, then it's less travel. So yeah, I can see that. I and me, just being a regular person, I know what jet lag is. I can find it even more crazier how it feels for like an NBA player or NFL player. To get out straight out the field, and in 3 hours you got to be on the plane.
Yeah, you just hope you got stretched out good, like after the game. Gosh, is it me saying things that are Diddy worthy, or is it that your brain just registers everything?
That was just wild.
I meant that you should get stretched out on.
But what does she do? What does she do? What does she do right now? What does she do? Does she try and maybe call it, I'm going to slow down for maybe the next 10 games and then turn it up? Or
no, I think she goes hard every game. I'm not sure it's working or it's the right strategy.
And that's what I mean, though, too, because it's like we've seen her in college try to play through things, and it sometimes never really works out well.
Anyhow, the Caitlin Clark narrative will not end soon. We'll keep you updated.
Envy.
But now it's jealousy, envy, greed.
Looking real green out there, ladies, unfortunately.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's possessions.
Just play ball. I swear I'm still watching. Just play ball. That's all I want, y'all. Like, I got to do all this. This is wild. But even to each other, like even that Diana Taurasi one, like yo, just like I say at the same time, like, well, man, just like yo, chill out, just play ball. Like, come on, I get it. Yeah, say my bad, and let's move on. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, if you didn't undercut me, we good.
True. So, who do you think's most likely to get undercut in the NBA Finals? between the Dallas Mavericks and the Boston Celtics.
Luka.
How's he going to get undercut? He's got to be off the ground to get undercut.
Yeah, he only literally leaves the ground probably twice a game.
I want to. Oh gosh, he is so unathletic to be so good at basketball. I just still can't fathom it.
Nah, Luka would give you 50.
No, I'm not saying he wouldn't.
I call that man unathletic. Okay, wait. What do you mean? What are you looking for in athletics with this? Because my thing is they won't tell y'all, and they won't tell y'all this, but he has a problem with our foreign players coming in and having bad bodies, possibly.
Yeah, kind of. No, it's not foreign players specifically.
Him and Joker, MVP worthy candidates.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
It's not
I get it.
It's not hate as much as it is how good are their other attributes that they're so good playing against other players who have supreme athleticism.
Well, do you think that Luka is athletically gifted when you can get a triple-double or when you are able to do a Euro step, if not every other play? You know what I mean?
I think he's much more athletic than the average person. Don't let me get it twisted here.
Okay.
He's also very large.
To you.
Well, he's 6'7", 6'8", 230, 240.
To you, Dave. I mean, again, I think this isn't even like a Zion situation just because we know Zion had to lose that. If you look at Luka just... I don't see where the loss of that could make his game even more better necessarily than if somebody were like a Melo, and then thinking about if Melo had lost that 30, 35 pounds early on, either with the Nuggets or with New York, how crazy that would have been. But you can't say that with Luka. What would Luka look like? His whole game would change.
I think if Luka was more athletic, he would just have better options than he already does.
Well, what do you mean by that, options?
Obviously being that he's definitely heavier than he needs to be.
Yes, per NBA BMI stats, I completely agree with you.
No,
I get it.
What if Luka was a solid 220 at 6'7"? I'm
what
guessing,
kind of build is that? Can you compare him to a player?
I think right now he's probably 240 or 250 at 6'7". So he's basically just an in shape version of Luka. And to me, it's he might have a little more burst. He might be able to create a little more space. He might have a little more verticality at the rim. I just think that there's not a good argument you can make for me outside of being an offensive lineman that it makes sense to carry a bunch of extra weight when you're playing a sport like basketball.
Okay.
Unless you're Shaq.
But yeah, and that's I was getting ready to say unless you're Shaq or Zion.
But those are large.
But what I mean is Shaq was necessarily allowed to keep his weight because of his dominancy. Zion necessarily wasn't because it was truly affecting his gameplay. So both things can possibly be true and different at the same time. I just don't think it's something that will affect this gameplay to be he can go from 40 to 50. Or he can make triple doubles and beat the record by 300.
Yeah, I mean he's great at basketball. Yeah,
man. The man is a mate. Dog.
That's more of it than hating on him. Hate. I just don't understand it.
This is pure hate, and I enjoy this. I love this hate.
All right, so you got Luka.
I got
and Kyrie
and 5. Dallas and 5.
Dallas and 5.
The Boston Celtics have the easiest road in human history to the playoffs. Every star on every NBA team was injured. Every star.
I think it's Dallas and 7.
Oof. You think they're actually gonna put up?
I think the Celtics are good. I think the Celtics are really good.
I would respect that more if you said 6. 7 makes it shaky for me. You don't believe in them.
Well, I believe in them to win 4 games, but I just don't think that the Celtics are.
Nope.
Honestly, when you look at them playing, I don't think that Dallas has played a team that is made up as a matchup problem quite like them.
And I understand that, but I also think that Boston hasn't had an issue with playing and defending against teams that don't have the likes of Kyrie and Luka.
I think that you have... Now, I'm not saying that you can stop either of those players.
Mm-hmm. And I'll say the same opposite. We'll go with
that.
Let's just say that. All right.
But you also have Drew Holiday. You have Jaylen Brown. You have Jason Tatum. And I can't remember Derek White. Those are all good defenders, if not great defenders.
I hear you. And I hate to even say it. The only two people I'm focused on is Kyrie and Luka. And the only reason is they're the only thing that can save that team to get that chip.
Well, I think if you want to play it smart, you try to wear Luka down on defense when he's on defense.
Try it necessarily, but if I get Kyrie on a high screen, all I gotta do is send Luka to the side, and then he just come right to the hole. We good. My thing is like Luka can play from the three base and even from the mid. So it's like my thing is like why not? Like why? Or okay, not why not, but I don't think that will work. Slowing him down necessarily. I think if you want to slow Luka down, make him fight for it off ball. Make him do as many screens as humanly possible.
Yeah, like wear him down on defense.
I guess so. Like if you want to, I'm thinking like if you're like, cause I've been seeing it. It's a little bit of hand checking, a little bit, and I like it. Please don't stop it, refs. I'm liking a little bit more of the hand checks. I appreciate it. So if they had a Marcus Smart, I agree with you. They could do that, but they got a Drew Holiday. Not the same.
Do you think Drew Holiday isn't going to be the toughest person to guard Kyrie?
He's not the X factor.
No. But do you think anyone better in the Western Conference has guarded Kyrie so far?
In the Western, yeah, but not.
Who?
I can say Jamal Murray necessarily made it tough.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
You think Jamal Murray's a good defender?
In the West.
I think Jamal Murray's a suspect defender, but
I think he's more suspect on offense. But that's just me. That's just my opinion.
What?
But specifically, again, and you know me. Yes, I'm a Kyrie stan. I'm sorry, dog. It's gonna be a long night for Drew. Like I feel like you got to think about it. This is again. It goes into my theory. Stories. Hold on. We're gonna pause it right here. All right, right back to my point. It goes back to the stories. It's the story of Kyrie coming back to Boston, him saying he didn't really enjoy his time there, Luka getting his first one, Rick Carlisle coming back again. Come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, I have Dallas winning the series, but I don't think I don't think it's in 5.
In 7, I would respect it more if you said 6, but I'm calling it 5 just because I know for a fact that, yes, Boston has playoff experience. Cool. Boston is young.
No, they're not.
They're all under 30 necessarily, except for Horford.
Okay.
So we'll just say
Drew Holiday's not under.
Drew and Al.
Those guys are seasoned. Like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are seasoned playoff performers.
But they're only like 28, bro.
That's old enough.
Or I'm sorry, 27. So yeah.
How many times do they need to do something before they're no longer inexperienced?
Well, I think also though it shows inexperience because you can lose every time. And that's where I'm saying that this is I'm not calling it a wash because I don't believe that they'll sweep them, but I think that their experience isn't good experience because they lose. You know what I mean? There isn't a W in that column for a conference or for one conference and no finals. I don't know, man. What are we talking about here? I bring it up.
We're talking about the NBA.
That's what I'm saying. I bring it up all the time because I go like, yo, like why do people believe in the team of Tatum, Brown, and Horford and them. Like, if I'm the GM, I'm breaking this up.
Okay, so would you believe in those guys more than any of the other teams in the East? Or is the East just terrible?
I'm going to be honest with you. I really, and I hate to say it, I think it would have been, to be honest with you, if everybody was healthy, it would have been the Bucks versus the Knicks. And I don't know who would have won that to be in the conference, but either of those two teams would give them a harder night than Boston giving Dallas a harder night.
Yeah, I think that's wrong, but
really?
What can I say?
You think with a healthy Bucks team and then a healthy Knicks team, that
I don't think the Knicks would have beat Boston. I think the Bucks might have beat them because they have Giannis, but I don't think that the Knicks would have beaten them.
Wow. Okay. That's fair.
But I think Boston's a lot better than we're giving them any credit for, just because the East is
I can
not
agree
good.
with that. I guess my thing is, like, we just didn't see it. We only didn't see it just because, like, they really weren't playing against the guys.
They beat the Dallas Mavericks earlier this year.
They did. That's why I really want to, because playoffs is just different, and I understand that, but they have not shown us anything but a conference trip.
I think that the issue for Dallas in the series it's probably not an offensive one, because you've got Kyrie and you've got Luka, but those guys on the floor are liabilities on the defensive end.
Yep.
And I think Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, they are both elite athletic offensive players that Kyrie can't guard and Luka can't guard. And then you also have Porzingis to pick and pop and hit open three-pointers because he's a better shooter than any outside person they've played so far, or any big man they've played so far.
Yeah, they saw
and that allows them to space out the floor so that you don't have Garland, you don't have P.J. Washington, you don't have Derek Lively just hanging out by the basket because the other big guy on the floor is Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, yep.
So Dallas is going to be exposed defensively in a way I think that they haven't seen yet with either Oklahoma
Rudy got skates for feet. I know Rudy got skates for feet, y'all. I know he do, but he's really a good defender.
No, I'm not saying he's not a good defender.
It just looks bad.
I'm just saying, like, with Dallas being on defense, they don't have Rudy Gobert standing in the lane because the Celtics will have Porzingis at 5 and he'll be out on the wing.
But that's only if Porzingis is actually truly and is, God forbid, him not being still injured.
I mean, it's all contingent on him being healthy. I agree. But
like, I think, again, I say it's not the X factor for you guys. The X factor for us is just to neutralize Drew Holiday. That's it. If we neutralize Drew Holiday from even not necessarily touching the ball, but making sure we stop him on the screens or the high pick and rolls and stuff like that, to where Luka can dish it out to somebody, or even Kyrie can dish it out to somebody, that we can get great offensive points and cause a problem on defense. Make it easy. It's just about making the game as easy as possible, just because they've been playing a lot more. And I would say even like playing in the West in general just seems to be like just such a dog fight. Like, it's just like, I don't even know how y'all still playing, man.
Well, Luka's like, he was at least nursing a leg injury the last series. So.
Yeah.
Hopefully he got it stretched out.
Ooh, fingers crossed.
So you got Dallas in 5, I got Dallas in 7.
Oof.
And you can't.
How dare you disrespect?
I mean, it's a clear bet line.
How dare you disrespect them? I'm gonna say
How dare I?
Nah, that's cool. I would do that too. Yeah, but they haven't won anything. Like, I don't get it, y'all. Yes,
they haven't won a championship, but neither has Dallas.
Hold on, wait. I agree with you, but I think that is to their detriment. They are running into an issue, and I'll put it in football terms, of being the Buffalo Bills. You can get there 3 times in a row and miss it doing the exact same thing.
Sorry, Dan. The Bills It's a struggle bus for you guys, and you know it.
I mean, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, and even like it's even more current now because Josh Allen can't get over the hump. You know, it's just like, yo, like, come on, Boston has to actually win something for me to say that they are that good. That's just the unfortunate part.
Well, this could be the year, and then we'd both be wrong.
That'd be crazy.
Well, that's all we have on the board. You got anything else you want to share? Like any words of wisdom?
Yeah, Caitlin Clark, play through it.
Any words of wisdom for Luka Doncic?
Luka, stay fit.
Keep smoking your hookah, brother. You know I like him because of that.
Oh, that's too funny.
I miss my hookah.
Kyrie, keep practicing Ramadan. Rudy, get some better skates.
Ooh. No, he needs the skates that have the little stop block on the front so he can stop.
So funny. Did you ever see, like, I think I sent it to you. He was just getting cooked. I was like, Jesus Christ, Rudy. Like, fight back, Rudy.
That just goes to show you, like, the difference in position and weight class. Because he's clearly a great defender around the rim, but it's like, don't have him guard someone on the perimeter.
Yeah, anything 15 feet out is a wrap.
He's just like...
He is barbecue chicken.
Barbecue chicken. Oh, I'm getting hungry.
That's too funny. All right, y'all. We out.
Comment if you like our outfits.
Not if you like the fits.